Hello, I'm John Vale. I'm the Borough Commander for Reigate and Banstead. We're here at Redhill train station this afternoon conducting a drugs operation with Drugs Dogs. There's a number of officers taking part, and we've also got officers in the town centre, Memorial Park and on the Cromwell estate as well. It's part of an initiative called Safer Redhill. We're working with numerous partners locally across the borough and further afield, including the Borough Council, YMCA. It's part of a long-term project. We have responded to concerns that the community have raised around Redhill, and you will continue to see us as a presence within the town centre as we move forward over the next few months. If you see us in the town centre, please stop us and come and say hello.
I'm Lisa Townsend, I'm Surrey's Police and Crime Commissioner. Safer Redhill is a really good example of partnership working that has led to some incredibly impressive results. While the funding secured by my team is the catalyst, its true success has been thanks to the strong partnership between my office, the police, Reigate and Banstead Council, the YMCA and partners in local businesses and the voluntary sector. Unusually, in Redhill, we saw 3 schemes funded by my office coming together as one project. Initially, we secured £265,000 as part of the Home Office's Safer Streets Fund. Funding is now being used to ensure the results achieved in Redhill are sustained into the future. The town also received £58,000 from my Community Safety Fund for additional officers and £20,000 from the Serious Violence Fund.
Surrey remains one of the safest counties in the country in England and Wales, and we are very proud of that, and Reigate and Banstead Borough is generally low in crime in terms of Surrey average. However, looking at our crime stats and data, we know that there are some areas in particular times of the day that with certain offences are more likely to occur, such as antisocial behaviour or shoplifting.
It's been really important in this work with Redhill to be engaging with residents and hearing their views, and that's why we've done some qualitative research and some quantitative research. The qualitative research, we used an independent company and we heard the views from a really diverse range of people about what they wanted to improve in terms of safety in Redhill.
So I have seen Safer Redhill gain a real momentum in the wider community, particularly through the meetings that we've been having. There is really a great energy in the room, and people want to be involved and want to be connected.
The Cromwell Community Group, based in Redhill next to the Belfry, have worked very closely with local organisations, local networks, local businesses and all other community networks to improve antisocial behaviour and create more opportunities.
So the YMCA, we have a Y bus, which is a mobile youth club that comes out into Redhill 4 nights a week, and in the bus is a PlayStation and some music and some cooking facilities and games, and we go out and we go round to certain places and meet young people.
Well, Safer Redhill, if you look at the basic level, from community feedback through social media, through just speaking to our residents, there's been a positive effect through visible policing and visible presence from our JET team, which is a joint enforcement team. Patrols between the JET, the joint enforcement team and the police have made people feel a lot happier about being in Redhill.
Hi, well, as you can see, I'm standing in front of our very first community mural, and this is in the Memorial Park in the centre of the town. It's in conjunction with some other improvements that have been made, like the solar lighting and other general improvements, and it is really to make residents feel safer. That was some of their feedback.
So in January we went to Carrington School and we connected with a small group of creatives to get their ideas on the park and what brought joy to them in the park to try and make this wonderful piece of artwork.
The experience has given us an opportunity to really collaborate together with different partners within the Redhill community and with the police force and with the college. So it's enabled us to really put our young people first and see what we can do for them, what are the areas that need developing and what can we continue to enhance.
So Mentor have delivered assemblies to over 400 of our students and they've had an absolutely incredible impact. It was wonderful on the day to see how engaged students were with Luke. He spoke to him in a way that I guess they could understand and they could relate to, but he also used rap and music in order to convey some really, really important messages. You know, he spoke about the realities of what's out there and the dangers that are out there, but very much encouraged them to make positive decisions and to be ambitious.
So research had told us that there were some concerns about antisocial behaviour in the town centre, and we felt that we could run a campaign that encouraged people to join us in tackling this issue. Well, we know lots of people have been able to see the campaign, particularly online, where the ad was shown millions of times to people who were in Redhill or interested in Redhill. And that led to over 12,000 visits to the website during the 6 months that the campaign ran. Latest survey data also shows that around 2/3 of people who responded had seen the campaign, and that they were more likely to report antisocial behaviour now than they were 12 months ago.
Once again, the impact of Safe Redhill has been a more visible presence from the police and from our jet teams, as well as on another level, improving our CCTV offering, which allows us to give higher quality images to the police should they need them, and an all-round sort of nicer, safer atmosphere in Redhill to, you know, bring people to enjoy our town.
Yeah, we've definitely seen increased police presence in the town centre and also around the park. They've been popping in from time to time to see how things are going. Yeah, it's great to know that things are happening in Redhill. Definitely feels safer, which is great from a business point of view, but also from a family point of view, as we have a little girl, so it's just nice to know that everything's moving in the right direction.
We've had a number of times the police have come in to check and chat with us, which has been really nice to see how we're feeling and how the behaviour's been with the kids around. Obviously the venue we've got, it opens itself up to some antisocial behaviour. Also noticed around there's a lot less groups gathering. The area does feel a lot safer than it was 6 to a year ago.
Since we've begun our increased policing activities, we've seen a significant decrease in our crimes such as shoplifting, sexual offences, serious attacks, robbery and antisocial behaviour. Also, we've had various different results from regular neighbourhood surveys that we've carried out, which include these changes are making a difference, and that is a positive difference, showcasing an increase in our community trust and confidence in the police. Moving forward, we will sustain these strong results throughout longer term interventions that we've got in place by partners, and also we will continue local neighbourhood policing in the town centre.
Our officers will continue to sustain this really important work that is already underway, thanks to really close working with our partners.
Safer Redhill has been really positive and a really positive piece of work to be involved in, I think, for all of us as partners in terms of what we've been able to deliver together. And I think what we're seeing is residents feeling safer in the community and a real buzz around the partnership and what we can do together going forward.